The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes is bringing a little more action-packed excitement to the world of The Legend of Zelda. Tell me a little bit about what are the Triforce Heroes?
So the Triforce Heroes are really you and two other friends. So what you want to do is grab 3 people. You guys can all play as, name your favorite character, Link probably, but you have 3 Links, I suppose. And you go together and you go through dungeons and you solve puzzles together. So it's a very cooperative, 3-player, top-down Legend of Zelda game. So a lot of fun.
Now, why 3? I mean, I guess Triforce makes sense, but what is it about that 3 that's just the perfect amount of players for the game?
I think the number 3 lends itself really well to that's something called the Totem Mechanic. The Totem Mechanic is where you can grab another player, kind of put them on your shoulders, and then another player can put, those 2 people on their shoulders, so you have a stack 3 high. A lot of the puzzles in the game are designed around, sometimes you may have to stack 3 people high. 4 people was a little too much.
Sure.
So 3 people was like that optimal thing for, okay, we can have some puzzle that's here, the 3rd person level, where you'll pick up a bomb, I'll pick you up, someone else will pick us up, then you should throw the bomb because it's at your level. Everyone shares 1 health bar. So if you're getting hit, I'm kind of getting hit too. So it's always about that cooperative nature of the game. So we really want people to cooperate because that's how you get through it, man. Especially with some of the harder dungeons and some of the monsters and stuff, you're gonna want to cooperate.
And with the Legend of Zelda games, we always see epic dungeons and bosses. Are we gonna see the same style of gameplay that we've seen in previous Zelda games?
There's a couple things that make it a little different than past Zelda games. One of them is you get to choose your clothing and it does different things. So for example, before you go into a dungeon or a level, you can pick a certain type of clothing. If you pick something like a Kokiri clothing, if there's an arrow in the level, you can shoot instead of 1 arrow, you'll shoot 3. If you pick up something like one of the new ones that we're talking about today, which is the cozy Parka, it's a nice little jacket that you wear, and if you're going to a snow-filled place or if it's cold, you want to wear that because if you're on ice, you won't slip, but everyone else will. There's a couple advantages, so you really want to pick and choose your different methods of clothing and see how you can tackle those particular problems depending on the clothing that you wear and depending on what items that are in the level, whether it's boomerangs and bombs or fire gloves that'll chuck fireballs.
Now, can you mix and match? Can I wear a cozy parka with some epic gloves, maybe a crazy hat, do all kinds of different abilities, or it's just you get one select ability for whatever outfit you're wearing?
They're actually 2 independent things. So before you go into a dungeon, you select your clothing, right? So you have one whole getup. So whether it's a cozy parka, whether it's a Kokiri outfit, the Zelda dress, that's really awesome. So if you let's say you dress up with the Zelda dress, right? You get in there, and then depending on what level you're in, they will give you an item to pick up and use as your Y button. So if we're in the snow thing, you'll probably get 1 boomerang because you're gonna need to bring people over gaps, and then you'll have 2 the fire gloves. So no matter what you're wearing, those items in the level always stay the same, and you can divvy up and talk about who wants to get what depending on what you're wearing.